Okay, so we know how to multiply fractions. We've seen that before. Let me just over here have a little play with some fractions. If I said 2/3 and I tell you to multiply that by 3/2, then what we know already about fractions is that we multiply the numerators, and that gives us 2 times 3, which is 6, and then we'd have to multiply the denominators, which is 3 times 2, which equals 6. So 6/6 is a whole one. Okay, let's just play with it a couple more here. Let me do 3/4, and I'll multiply that by 4/3. Without thinking about it, what do you think the answer is going to be? Well, we'll multiply the tops to get 3 4s are 12. We multiply the bottoms to get 4 3s are 12. We end up with 1. So here's my question. Okay, what do I multiply 3/5 by? 3/5 by something to give me an answer of 1. Okay, well done. So 3/5 multiplied by the fraction which is upside down. That will give me 3 times 5 is 15, and that will give me 5 times 3 is 15, and you can see that the answer is 1 again. Now we're going to use this trick, if you like, this tip, this idea, this skill of multiplying this upside down fraction idea. Let's have a look at some division, and I'm going to take it through bit by bit. I'm going to say, right, how many lots of 3/8 are in 4/5? Okay, so how many of something go into something else? That's a division. So what we're saying here, this is 4/5 divided by 3/8. So there we have a division of fractions. All right. Now watch what I do. Division is the two lines and the two dots and the line. There, I'm just making it bolder there for you. So we've got that's a sign for division. Also, division is the fraction idea. So I could have 4/5 divided by 3/8. Now it looks a bit weird, looks like some sort of, McDonald's big double burgery thingy, whatever. However, it's still a division. Okay, so this means division, but that line there also is another way of thinking of division. Okay, so now what we have is we have 4/5, which is a number, a fraction, divided by 3/8. Now look at this, see what I do. I am going to choose to multiply the denominator by 8/3. Alright, why do you think I'm choosing 8/3? Okay, good. Because you know that the answer will be 24/24. But what is 24/24? 1. Okay, now let's see what we have to do now. Let's go back to that first fraction bit here. I chose to multiply the denominator by the fraction that's turned upside down. I did that because I want the denominator to be 1. Now, the thing with fractions is whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. Okay, so now what we're ending up with is 48, 4 times 8, I beg your pardon, and 5 times 3. Not a very nice question. This gives me 32/15. Alright, it looks very messy. It looks very messy, but the answer is 32/15. Well, that gives me 2 whole ones, because two lots of 15 is 30. So I'd need 30 15ths, and I've got 2 left over. Alright, so how many 3/8 are in 4/5? There's 2 lots of 3/8 and a bit left over. and the bit left over is 2/15. I know it's a little bit complicated, and I know it's a little bit hard to understand in the sense of dividing one fraction by another, but can you see now what's happened? When we divide two fractions, this is why that rule that you probably all know, if I do a division, it looks like what you do is simply, that's the calculation that we've got. That's the calculation that we're doing. So is the same as, this division is the same as doing a multiplication. But we have to adjust the second one, so the second fraction is upside down. So 4/5 divided by 3/8 is what we started with, and it looks like it's exactly the same as 4/5 times 8/3. Well, you know how to multiply, so there you are, done.